Yeah!
Please forgive my little trick, Falcon. You betrayed me.
That's the origin of John yesterday, guys. So, yeah, I don't see why you have to deny. Just accept your fate. That's the game.
And I'd do it again.
Yeah.
But you won't. Maybe you'll be glad to know that I didn't play fair myself. You were growing too distant. I had to see just how much. And you didn't pass the test. Your fling with Lady Katia, your disdain for our benefactor, Sir Roger.
He knows?
Your arrogance. And now, your betrayal. You must become my faithful disciple once more.
Insult him? Yeah.
Never. I hate you.
You will do it.
My guts hate
will.
you.
You'll take the child's place in the ritual. You will drink the transmutation potion, die, and be reborn beside me. And you know why, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You'll take out the mercury, so that I will return with no memories.
Worry not. I will be waiting for you. I will embrace you and remind you that you are my faithful son. You will serve me for all eternity. As of tomorrow, once we are transmuted, we will recover the Treaty of the Flesh, and you will translate it in full for me. I am certain that it hides even more powerful secrets. The world will be ours. My good Vulcan.
What about the boy?
We have more urgent business today, but we'll find him. I may even grant you the honor of killing him. We have all the time in the world.
Wow.
Deacon Iago?
Huh? Who are you?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Gabriele Scarpetta, last remaining guardian of the Order of Iago.
Order of Iago! Vulcan! John!
You seem very sure of my identity.
Of course, your phone call, the evidence, the portrait. Everything leads me to you.
You bugged Kovac's telephone, and that's how you found me.
True. And the next morning, I tried to do the same with your cell phone. Theft is easy first thing in the morning. People are asleep and unsuspecting. But, to my surprise, I soon realized that someone had beat me to it. Your SIM card had been cloned. I wouldn't turn it on if I were you. Otherwise, whoever did this will know your location.
Thanks. I guess.
That was a weird, long pause.
But what about those tests in the hotel room? And here?
One can never be sure enough. I've tested your intelligence, your perseverance, your talent for languages, even your humanity. You, empathy for me, my friend dog die.
You left a portrait of me under a bench. When did you have it made?
In 1537, but it wasn't me. At that same time, Michelangelo was painting the Last Judgment on the Sistine Chapel. Our founder convinced him of sketching a facial composite with every detail he remembered of you.
I'd never heard of the Order of Iago before.
It's a secret reserved for the custodians of the treaty, Fergus Quinlan's successors. Another name that should ring a bell.
Definitely.
The order was established in 1534 by mandate of the Pope, and the first custodian of the Treaty of the Flesh was Fergus Quinlan himself.
To what extent is it secret?
Pope Clement VII himself decided that no other pope should ever know of its existence. The poor souls have enough as it is, as I'm sure the current pope could tell you. The Order of Iago has a double aim, finding he who gave his name to the order so as to give him the Treaty of the Flesh, or protecting the book at all costs.
It's amazing that Fergus made it that far.
Our founder must have been a man of formidable spirit. A servant who fled and then managed to convince a pope and to protect the treaty until dying of old age in the Vatican.
I assume it was Fergus who ordered that I receive the treaty.
And right you are.
Yeah, good going, Fergus. After all this time.
Why me? He knew my past.
Because you accepted dying for him, I suppose. There are entire religions based on such trifles, or so they say.
Huh, okay.
How was Fergus so sure that the transmutation potion had worked, and that I would survive for centuries to come?
Our founder returned to the place where he met you years before and heard a legend. That of the ghost of Deacon Iago, who rose from the church's ashes screaming, "Who am I?" and disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again.
Huh.
And no one searched for me until now?
He did, all of his life, to no avail. And little by little, his successor stopped looking for you as well.
Okay, so I wonder where he is now. Yeah, where is he?
Kovac said that you were his, I don't know, informant? He told me that you'd given him information for his book.
The bare minimum to convince him of placing the Treaty of the Flesh on the cover of his book. I had to lure you somehow.
He said that you had contacted him in the Vatican.
As did all my predecessors every time someone asked about the Treaty of the Flesh. It didn't take me long to realize it couldn't be you, although it did turn out to be very useful in finding you.
Wait a second. You still haven't said where the treaty is. Is it still in the Vatican?
No, it was relocated long ago.
Where is it then? I need to read it. Yeah, that is handed down for me.
Where was it in the Vatican?
Before the order was established, it was in the Vatican's secret archives, alongside hundreds of forbidden books. But thanks to our founder, it was moved to a secret vault within the actual archives, and protected by means of an entry mechanism that he designed with you in mind.
Okay, so that means it is still inside the Vatican then. A different location inside the Vatican.
Why did they move it?
During the pontificate of Pope Pius VI, the papacy faced several scandals: embezzlement, theft, schemes within the organization itself. The custodian of the treaty convinced himself that the Vatican was no longer a safe place.
Where is it now?
In 1786, one of my predecessors hid the book in the catacombs of a city that was transferring the skeletons of its cemeteries to those very same catacombs. There, they recreated the same entry mechanism that the founder had designed for you.
That can't be. They took it to Paris? My Paris?
And there it still lies. Look for the Triskelion in the tunnels, and you will find the Treaty of the Flesh. Goodbye, Deacon Iago.
Wait, won't you be traveling with me?
No, I am free of my burden at last. The Order of Iago dies today. You will never see me again.
Well, I guess that is a goodbye. Yeah, go enjoy your bird watching activities and that's your new passion.
I still have questions I'd like to ask you.
Oh, I can still ask him now? Oh, but I already did.
So why is the order coming back for me now?
As Benedict XVI said, we live under the dictatorship of absolute relativism. In a world like ours, it's hard to find someone who will dedicate their life to such a task. I'm growing old and have yet to find a successor. On the other hand, people are increasingly interested in the book from the Vatican, like Kovac himself.
I'm sure he is. Okay, so can I go back to these old topics?
I'd never heard of the Order of Iago before.
It's the same
It's a
thing.
secret reserved for the custodians of the treaty, Fergus Quinlan's successors. Another name.
Okay, I don't need all this all these topics here. Isn't that a new one?
It's amazing that Fergus made it that far.
Our founder must have been a man.
No,
of
it's the same
service.
thing. Okay, I think it's time to go, guys.
Thank you for everything, Scarpetta. I will find the book and dedicate my life to protecting its secret.
I don't doubt it.
Then why don't you look happy about it?
Don't you realize that your life gains meaning and that my life loses it? May God be with you, Deacon Iago. It has been an honor to meet you.
Yeah, but you are free. You can go wherever you want now. What?
Well.
She doesn't seem too pleased with what she sees. Maybe you should help her make up her mind.
The restoration is...
Say one more word and there's no deal. I'm leaving in 4 hours and I don't have time to waste. Shit!
What's your problem, lady? You keep quiet instead of bashing her teeth out. Huh? Who does this prehistoric snob think she is?
What a piece of shit. Anyway, Mrs. Yesterday...
Mrs. Yesterday? Okay, that sounds good. Go with the flow.
Yes?
The pictures didn't lie. Neither did the certificate. It's a magnificent sculpture.
Huh? Then what was up with all those swells and hmms?
Now let's talk about the price. Your husband was very clear. He asked for 400,000 euros. More than what it's worth. 100,000 euros, that's my offer. And not a cent more of your continental currency.
300,000! That's my final price. 300,000. Is she making fun of you?
I don't care what my husband said.
Whoa! 900?
900,000 euros or no deal.
No way! 200,000 euros.
800.
Okay.
300.
700.
400.
600.
500.
Sold.
You cannot believe it. You managed to get 4 times what she was offering. Wow.
You'll find a check for 500,000 euros in this envelope.
She came prepared.
And don't give me that look. I've been haggling for years. I'll send my men to pick up the piece this afternoon. I gave a card to your husband. I'll activate it to show the phone number if he needs to call. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Yesterday. We should meet someday when I'm back in Paris. We have so much in common.
Not really. So much in common. On the one hand, Weasel didn't show up to pick up the painting she ordered, and no matter how hard you try to get a hold of her, she's still nowhere to be found. On the other, Baxter just bought a piece of €500,000, more than enough to pay your father's debts. And if that weren't enough, she's going to publish a book about John's past. The Legacy of Hyperborea, Myth or Reality, Leopold Kovac. So is that coincidence, or is Baxter hiding something? If that is the case, you'll find it, no matter how well she hid it in the depths of the World Wide Web.
Are you sure this is where we're supposed to meet?
Sure, Choke. Do you want me to phone her?
Hi, Boris.
Ha! You see? Happy birthday, Mole.
Hi, John.
Hi. I know you.
Your face rings a bell.
Pauline introduced us at that party. You were disguised as Einstein. I was disguised as Santa Muerte. Your friend Boris was, well, Boris.
Oh, right, yes. Hey, take a look at this. Maybe you've seen this symbol in the catacombs?
Do you recognize it?
I think I have. It's pretty far in one of the sections tourists never see.
Cool. Can you take us there?
Sure, once we've clarified something.
Clarify what? The payment? You want to clarify the amount?
Boris said it wouldn't be cheap.
2,000. the
2,000.
catacombs catch us, you better pay my fine or else you'll face the consequences. If it's too expensive for you, good luck finding someone who knows the tunnels like I do. Plus, who knows climbing and who doesn't give a damn about the law.
All right.
Let's hurry.
Well, guess we're going down. Is this perfectly safe?
It's at the end of that gallery. I'll stand guard here. If the catacombs come, I'll lure them away while you escape down this tunnel. If you need me, point here with this.
Is that a laser pointer? I think that's a laser. Whoa! Skeleton! A ton of them! What the heck? Why are they lining the wall? The skulls are lining the wall. What? Are they real, guys? I think they are. What the heck is this? So, ooh, the crack in the skull. Did they hang him here or bring his dead body? I don't know. Probably, this is the aftermath. The blow, that skull, the crack on the skull is possibly the cause of death. You remember the legend of Bertrand the Wizard that you told Fergus and other kids at Inverloch more than 5 centuries ago? So is that all? Anything on the rest of the body? I guess that is all. Why doesn't it have a lock? Is it a door or just a way to block the tunnel? That metal bar. Can it be removed? What is this? Try to force the zip tie open with your bare hands, but it won't budge. A zip tie? There are 3 different sections, guys. There's a middle part. This one is fixed firmly to the fence. And then one at the end. Each of the end. A thicker middle and a thinner end. Okay, I'm not sure what I need to do here. Let me look at the plaque. There are words on this. Is a Latin? I cannot read this. Can we get a translation? Heaven called you, and showing to you its eternal beauties. Around you moves, and yet your eyes look down. Hence he, who sees all things, scorches you. You smile when you recognize verses from the Divine Comedy. Thanks, Fergus. That doesn't ring a bell. A skull instead of a signature in the realm of death. Who cares who wrote that? Ooh, this symbol. The symbol of Order of Iago. My symbol. Okay, can I use it here or not? Does it fit? It doesn't fit. Even though it's a similar pattern. Okay, what are you looking at? Anything interesting? Okay, let's take a look at him. Boris complained when you force him to wear that lights. I look like a train choke. I don't like them things at all. I think that ruins his hairstyle, guys. Is that supposed to be a battery at the back? Yeah, that is a battery, isn't it? CCCP. One of many Soviet Union teas that Boris has. The one with the star-spangled background still puzzles you. He is still wearing the same shirts. Make sure I don't miss anything, guys. The shoes. There's a camouflage pattern on it. So nothing. Oh, wait. Is that a birthmark? Or maybe it has something to do with Cadway Station's tragedy and his own madness. You mean, the red birthmark? It's a patch of redness on his cheek.
I'm certain that we have to cross that fence, but I just can't find the way. Can you help me?
Sure, Choke. In a jiffy. Just gotta finish something first.
What exactly are you looking at?
You're staring at that skull.
It's my grandpa. I'm asking him if he knows where my Danny is.
That's your grandpa? What?
You don't need to ask that skull. I can tell you what happened. Everybody can.
No, you weren't there when it happened. Nor were I. I was late. But Grandpa is in heaven, he can see everything.
Dude, they moved the skeletons here in the 18th century, and they were already old. He can't be your grandfather.
Then he's my super mega great grandpa. Who cares?
Just as long as it's one of the family line, huh?
So your grandpa is talking to you?
Not right now. He's going to ask some other dead guys, just in case someone was there when Cadway collapsed. I sure hope he finds someone who can tell him where Danny is.
Okay, so...
Are you getting used to that light?
Sure. Why do you ask? Now I'm afraid it'll go out. But luckily, I have the lighter that you gave me at Cadway.
A lighter?
I don't remember giving you a lighter in Cadway.
How typical. You found it brand new and gave it to me, saying it was the light of truth. I'm keeping it like a golden treasure.
Can you lend me the lighter?
No, no. What if the headlight dies?
That headlight will not burn out easily.
How do you know that?
You're so close to the wall that you're just lighting a tiny space. That saves a lot of energy.
Come on, Choke. I'm not taking stupid pills, you know.
Oops, sorry.
You're sure the light won't go out?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, I believe you.
Are you sure Pauline didn't tell you where she was going?
Again, no. As if she told me anything. I saw her this morning when Baxter came to pay a lot for that Japanese statue.
Thanks for arranging things with Mole.
As soon as you said catacombs, she came to my mind. But not just my mind. Ever since I saw her at that party, she affects another part of me too. Happy birthday. But now I'm too busy to think with that other place.
This is the only area we have, guys. There is a bone by itself on the ground. Cannot pick up. Can we try something here? Maybe the piece of rope? Tie the two ends together, if that is possible. I guess not. I can't even use it here. That item. I can use this! How does that work? That cuts it open. Did it work? I'll cut the other end too. There are two ends. What does that do? Oh, that removed the whole bar! What? So can the gate be open now? How does it work? Any other hotspots? I removed the whole bar. This is... Can we examine this? Hold on. Examine this. What is this? You know, like that tiny metal bar? The one that we use on watches. Tie the bands, the watch bands, into the main body. Those little extendable metal bars. It looks exactly like one of those. So... Why am I looking at myself? I don't have a headlight. I know. Mine is not working, guys. Why is it not working? Is it the battery? Doesn't have a light on. What's in my backpack anyway? Waiting for your flight back in New York, you told Boris to contact Mo. He called Mo. Mo told him to bring climbing material. Boris told you to bring climbing material. You told Boris to buy everything, and Boris, well, he did his best. So, the most similar thing to climbing boots that you found at home. It looks pretty good, guys. Yeah, not as comfy as your old shoes, but they will do. At least they look nice, right? At least they look nice. Why is my headlights not working? His is actually, it is working, but it's just not showing up on that close-up. It is working, those LED lights.